Good morning, everybody. Got a random TCG update here. I say that I'm going to go through the list because we're going to go over OSICA. We're going to take a look at Rebirth for You, Licorice Recoil. We're going to take a look at event PR cards for Weiss. We're going to be talking about the English release of the Seven Deadly Sins, Revival of the Ten Commandments, the revealed slash unrevealed. And then finally, we're going to take a look at the Japanese side. Rebirth for You, the company, put out a survey on Twitter. This is in Japanese. I had to translate it, but I wanted to see what questions they're asking since many people think that TCG is eventually going to go away. So why do a survey if you're just going to go away? So first up, OSICA Spy Family. It is on pre-order. We're at Amiami right now. So if you were interested in it, you should buy it. I know My Dress Up Darling, that was on pre-order for, let's say, 3 weeks. It was a bit slow, which is pretty shocking since My Dress Up Darling should have done a lot better with the huge popularity. But being that it's under OSICA, I wonder if that's part of the issue, or there was just more supply of it. Who really knows? Spy Family comes out on late February 2023, so feel free to pick up your trial deck, booster box, or cases of such items. I do say again that OSICA, my first true test if this is going to be a successful game slash collecting, investing, and all that is My Dress Up Darling. I need to see the product do well in the secondary market. I really haven't seen that happen much with their items so far. So they've had a few releases and it hasn't done the greatest in my opinion. We will have that secondary test coming up with Spy Family as well, which comes out a month after My Dress Up Darling. But I will be buying a bunch of both of them. I did get Kaguya Love is War. It finally, Ami finally got to me. I got it just on Monday. You can see the packaging looks really nice. I mean, you can't say anything else about it. It looks really nice. The color scheme's great. Picture on the front, really nice if you haven't seen the cards yet. I did get my other stuff, so I got my Licorice Recoil. I do like how on the Rebirth for You packaging, and this is one of the questions on the survey, was do you like the design of the packaging? I do. I like how both of them are there. Trial deck looks really solid as well. There you go. I did get my Sword Art Online 10th anime anniversary. There's that. And then we also have Weiss Schwarz. Talk about packaging. This looks really nice. If you haven't seen the Weiss Schwarz packaging, that looks really nice. Except for these sticker tabs that are popping off on the side. That's not very good. That is not good at all. You can see it right here. And then I also got my new type magazine. Underneath our lovely Asuna and Kirito is we have Denji. You can kind of see him back there from Chainsaw Man right underneath. So he is on the cover of the new type magazine. And also they include this promo. Thank you for shopping with us. I do like this is the winter edition. There you go. So Ami place to buy your product, Japanese product. I do like that place a lot. One of the benefits is you don't have to actually put money down until they are preparing to actually send it. So even though you pre-order now, you have the ability to cancel it and move on. So Ami, great place. Okay, we have out there on Weiss Schwarz Global. I can't believe this isn't actually a thing. I thought it was funny until I read the comments and it was not so funny. So someone put up there on the global group that this is coming to Weiss Schwarz, and as you can see, this is a live stage of Licorice Recoil. We have our lovely actresses right there. There was actually a post with all of the different characters that will be playing their parts. And you can see right here, I do like, there was some that really matched the character itself. Roboto over there matched perfectly. And there we got Karumi. Look at Karumi. So really cool to see. I'm excited to actually see it. I don't know how I actually watch this. I'll look into it a little bit more. But we have our actresses out there, actors and actresses, anyways. And someone said it was coming out to Weiss Schwarz. I thought it was a joke. And then people started commenting like they thought it was real. So I'm pretty sure it's still a joke. I'm going 100% it's a joke. I hope people realize that it is. This didn't get announced for Schwarz anywhere. And I don't think anybody goes, surprise, it's a joke. Anyways, moving on. Lancer Lynx, he is a person that, if you see my comments, he writes below. He does like collecting. He's the one who actually introduced me into Amiami to purchase from there. Just to show you, he did pull a PP, so he got the PPs. It's his first one for Rebirth for you, so awesome. And we got a Takina. Look at that Takina. Really, really nice. But you should just go up one. The only other pull that matter, and a perfect NBP at that. Look at the one we have Takina with that nice stamp, and you can see the foiling back there. Really nice. I can't wait to open mine up. I bought a bunch of them, so we'll see. We'll see when we get there. I just have so much stuff at this point. Not sure when I'm actually going to do that, but oh my god, that looks so beautiful. Congratulations, Lancer. Really nice. And then, as you can see, price-wise, doing really well. Not like OSICA. Did you see that? That PP right there? 800 yen. So congratulations again on the great pull there. And you see all these other cards. They do have a bunch of value that go with it. And they're just lovely. With Rebirth for you, I still land on the fact that overseas, which is all of us, it's more a collector's thing. I know some people do play it, but not really that many people I heard play this. So moving on to Schwarz real quick. I know I showed this before, but I wanted to make sure I capture it because I don't know if there's an archive anywhere out there for this. So shop tournaments, we had the bunny girl. Now Rascal does not dream of a dreaming girl. Let's get confused with those. You have the release tournament title cup winners card right there and the PR card, and then you have Saikano here as well. So congratulations to the people that won it, and congratulations to the people that actually sold those. I know they are fetching for around, I would say most of these title cups go for 40 to 60. It depends on who is actually on the title cup. I know AOT sold for, I thought I saw it in the 20s, where the ones with our lovely ladies on there probably will sell for a bunch more. And you'll also want to pick up this Stealthy Classmate Megumi. You can check that on TCG Player. It is a card worth using in your deck. So, shop tournaments, here is your Dragon Maid PR card. In January 2023, I'm not sure I really understand this one, is we have this Changing Seasons Bang Dream card. And the reason why I say that is just because we have other stuff coming out, like Seven Deadly Sins, which is, probably should have been on here for the January. If you don't remember this card, maybe this is the reason why. The Bushiroad Pop Up Shop in LA is happening from December 16th to January 8th. One of the items in there you get is a promo card. So if you buy, let's see, what do you buy? Receive a promo card when you purchase select products. So when you purchase a Bang Dream Girls Cheering Collection, you will be able to get this card. And you can also, yeah, I don't know. I'm looking here. It says you can buy the Cheering Collection at the Pop Up Store, Official Events, and the Bushiroad Global Online Store. I know someone is asking if they could pre-order it from other places. I just wanted to read that there because I wonder if this pop-up shop will just be included in all of the Cheering Collection sets. Like what you get if I buy it from the Bushiroad Global Online Store, will they chuck this card inside of there? I don't know for sure if that's going to be a thing. Anyways, the pop-up shop, as mentioned before, they are going to be selling the power-up sets ahead of time before you can get it in March. What is this? A Gara Gara lottery. You can tell I didn't read this page before I got here today. You can actually win a lottery. You can win one of these figures, and you get a lottery spin with every $30 of purchase. That's pretty cool. That would be really nice. And you can buy other stuff. Anyways, pop-up shop, there you go. Pick that up. So I believe that's probably why this is showing up in January and why I don't see a Seven Deadly Sins shop tournament here yet. I feel like this page needs updating. There should probably be a bunch of January shop tournament PR cards with the amount of stuff that's coming out. Anyways, moving on, Key All Stars and Heaven Burns Red. So there is a special launch tournament, of course, and we have these beautiful key cards and Heaven Burns Red. I can't wait to get my key again. This comes on Friday for me from Amiami. Heaven Burns Red. I'm glad I picked that up because it's at a really expensive price point on Amiami. I know it's a fun game. If you haven't tried it, try it. You do have to use a translator. I use Deep L. I think that's how you say it. I use Deep L, and then I also use Peacock. That's how I play Heaven Burns Red. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but worth it for the nice game that we have. So, Seven Deadly Sins Revival of the Ten Commandments. It was actually funny because I know there's doing these card reveals, kind of. I feel like Why She Wears was really late on that, with people actually revealing it and them just all cramming it in at one time. But as you know, we have sign cards, we have Deadly Sin Rares, which are just stamps of that on the actual card. There's 7 of them. So I heard already on Weishwart's global Facebook community that the drop rate is 2 SPs and 3 Deadly Sin Rares. Again, go out there, confirm it for yourself. That's just what I saw out there at this point. So, what do I think? I think 2 SPs kind of stinks for what it is, and then you get 3 Deadly Sin. I think in my mind, I would want 3 SPs, 3 DSRs. That's where it would be. But you know what? You can't do that. I guess they figure having 5 special cards in there is good enough. But it would be nice overall if you had that. I laugh because I just saw this Hawk playmat. I laugh every time I see it. I think it's really fun, really cute. Again, you get 4 in a case, so that should be really nice. There are some places that will give you if you buy 4 booster boxes. That was back in the day anyways. 4 booster boxes, you get 1 playmat. I know there's 18 booster boxes now in a case or carton, so the math doesn't really work out on there, but hopefully you're able to pick one up if you bought like 4 or 5 of these. And then out here on TCG Player, opening prices for it. It's not opening yet, but pre-sale prices $62.92 already. We shall see what happens, but that is not a good sign of where this is actually going. I did not do a buy or invest video on this just because we didn't see the cards on it. In my mind, I will tell you, if you're a fan of this, maybe buy it ahead of time to get your pre-orders in to guarantee your rate. If you were a person that just wanted to get like one for display, like 1 booster box for display, I would wait for the dead boxes to appear. Maybe get them in the 40s or $50, and then just pick off some of the cards. When I took a look at the cards, when TCG Player, so what ended up happening was TCG Player put up the cards early. I think it was on, don't quote me on the day, Sunday. It feels like a week's already gone by, but it was only a couple days. They put it out early. People were able to take a look at it. People took copies of the pictures that were put up, and now they removed them because Schwarz was still previewing the cards. I don't know why that it was that big of a deal, because this happens all the time. I know people don't always look at TCG Player, but when I did a set, I showed you all the cards in one of the sets. I forget which one of them. You can go back in my videos and look, but they do put up these cards early. I think it was a big deal because people were actually revealing these out on YouTube or anywhere else. And officially, why Schwarz one wasn't actually done with that. But this happens all the time. I just think it's this time around just because people were actually doing the reveals. I took a look at it and I was a little saddened by the fact that the 10 Commandments, you can make a deck with them, but it feels like it was the bare minimum given. I feel like this is one of those sets that if you wanted to give an equal amount of exposure to all the different groups, if you wanted to make a 10 Commandments deck, if you wanted to make a Deadly Sin deck, something like that, it should have been a 15 double rare set. And I know that's awful to say because we don't want to have, let's say, like a play set and a half per case. You want 2 play sets per case, but still, I think if you wanted to do this properly, that's what should have actually happened there. I mean, the Zeldris looks really nice. I just don't know how viable that is with everything else that you got inside of the actual set for 10 commandments. Okay, so that's just my opinion as a person that doesn't play. Don't beat me up on that, okay? That's what I saw. Anyways, moving to Seven Deadly Sins, the original set that came out, I thought to myself, you know what, it's a good time to revisit it just because the first set, you may want to pull some cards from there. So is anything really happening with this? When you take a look at the actual sealed, so trial decks did get a boost up. This happens every time this comes out. There's a subsequent set that comes out. You can see it was down there in the 13s for a little bit of time, and now we are back into the 20s. So there was a nice little bump. A bunch of these trial decks, there was so many back in the day. If you don't remember that, just go back to my videos on it. Booster boxes, they were doing okay for a while there, and I'll show you. Let me just show you. Look at all this. There is a decent amount of buying that happened there. Not a ton, obviously, but there is a decent amount of buying. It's still at $52, just because I feel like that shouldn't hold forever. I think once the set comes out and people realize that there is a set one, anybody new coming into this, that some of this will be bought up. And I will stress this. I'm not telling you to buy this out or anything like that. I feel like there's only so many people that like Seven Deadly Sins. I stress again, that's why I said if you like the set, if you like the IP, buy some of it. But I'm not one of those ones that say I would heavily invest in it at all. There's not really any, I would say, one of the factors I look at are the resaleability of cards, of the more foily cards. So let me just bring that up quick. We have our special rares. And you can see what's missing from this set is, I don't even want to say it this way, but it's the truth, right? The lewd factor, right? We need to have them girls. We need to see some skin. It's true. I mean, that's it. And we have Elizabeth, but when you take a look at the Elizabeth cards down here, and they're actually both 200. Are you serious? Here's the trial deck one, and here is the booster box one. And there's not that many listings left, right? We have 3 here and 2 of the booster box ones, but they're not really doing anything. So what does that tell me really about how second set's going to do outside of playability? I mean, you need to have these strong numbers, and after almost, has it been an entire year? It's been over a year that these have been out, and we're still looking at $200 for the Elizabeth card. We're missing these really nice foils inside. Let me just see here. Here we go. We're missing these really nice foils of value. The biggest one I know people were into was this options for disguise Elizabeth, just because of the way that card actually looked. People were really excited about it, but this is actually listed from market high to low, and you can see here there's not really anything that stands out to you, right? This isn't like an Azure Lane kind of thing. This isn't a Sneaker Bunko kind of thing. There's not really anything that pops out to me. And when those reveals came up for the second set, the revival of the Ten Commandments, I could say that again. I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, they look like nice cards. They came from the season, the Ten Commandments season, but really, is there anything out there that's going to make people want this outside of the people that love this anime? Disregarding the playability of it. So long-term viability, that's what you need to look at. Play-wise, the double rares have been, there's only 3 that have really been picking up. We have Meliodas, Guild Thunder, and Merlin. So Meliodas was the finisher that you could have used from the first set. As you can see here, a bunch of buying that happened on it. I remember this card back at the two somethings, and I was like, that was a shame that it was in the 2 somethings. Oh, that was a damage card. Look at that, 150 for a damage card. Anyways, we have some buying. It was 728 last sale. So this card now is almost about to hit $8, which is crazy when you think about how many were out there and where it actually was. Guild Thunder's always been around. I feel like Guild Thunder's always been $3 to $5 range, and it's still hanging out there. And then we got Merlin, which is the Brainstorm from the first set. $7. I know there was a bit of buying. You'd see that here. $5 to $3. And now the lowest one available is $7. Yikes. So hopefully you bought these cards. This is one of the ones I was pointing out that you may pick up, and hopefully you did if you wanted to play this set coming up. When I took a look at the other cards, rares not really doing anything. You have King there. I can't believe King is your highest one, but yes, right now it is. Uncommons. I love these wanted posters. I just think the wanted posters are really cool from a collector standpoint. It's just nice to have all 7 of them together. Really nice. And then we have your PRs, which we have Deanne and Elizabeth as your big ones. Okay. So there is 7 Deadly Sins. Again, buy it if you want to. We'll see what happens with the meta. But someone for me, collection wise, I'm not too big into like getting a huge stack of the 7 Deadly Sins. That's where I landed on. Okay, Licorice Recoil, Rebirth for You survey out there on Twitter. This was interesting for me because I saw this. We are conducting a questionnaire about Rebirth for You, Licorice Recoil. 5 people will receive a special playmat as a gift. You can see the playmat right here. I was hoping it would be like some sort of Licorice Recoil playmat, but no, it's just a generic Rebirth for You. This survey is in Japanese. I don't believe that you can win this if you are outside of Japan. I didn't read the rules. I didn't translate the rules, so make sure you are going to attempt to do this survey to check out if you can actually win it. So this is what the survey actually looks like. And you can see here, this is all straight Japanese. I had to translate it one by one, and how I did that, I just wrote it down here. So anyways, they asked questions about the booster box and trial deck for Licorice Recoil. So they're asking about how many did you buy? Where did you hear about Rebirth for You? Tell us about the impression that you got from the package design. Package design is really nice. I will tell you, Rebirth for You is pretty solid. I think Weiss Schwarz can learn a bit, especially when it comes to the trial deck. The trial deck right here, just to show you, there will be no sort of, I guess, people opening it from the bottom. This is in a plastic kind of wrap here. You can see the sides here actually have, you have the plastic wrap, but then you also have that circle seal, that circle sticker. Yeah, you can't see that. But on each side you have that. You also, if you want to open it from the top, you have this tearaway right here. So perforated tearaway thing. So there is no way someone is coming in here like Y Schwarzschild decks and opening it from the bottom. The package of the design is really nice. The pictures look really cool. The I guess the security on it is really good as well. So how satisfied are you with the product? What are your impressions of the ability of the cards? They want to know about playability. They want to know about the illustrations and designs of the cards that were included. The foil cards look really nice. They're really solid. Please select the one that describes your feelings about the interval between releases of products. So this is interesting because they normally come out once a month for Rebirth for You normally. And by asking that, I wonder if they're saying we have a possibility of slowing it down, or maybe you want more to actually come out. I wonder how this is going to change, especially because if they up the interval, that means they need to take in more anime or video games and all that good stuff. So, how long have you been playing Rebirth for You? Please tell us how you got your first card, what product name that prompted you to buy this first, and then what are you going to do with your cards? Are you going to collect it? Are you going to play a family? Are you going to enter competitions? There was one about deck building. Please list all the games below that you have played or purchased within the last year. And then finally, any comments or requests for upcoming sets. So I think that was pretty telling. I mean, outside of the whole interval one, I don't believe that there's at least any plans yet to cancel this. I mean, we have Licorice Recoil out there. We have Hololive coming out for December. And then you have Zingai coming out, I feel like in January. I didn't actually look at the release date for Zingai. Sorry. But if you want that set, it's coming out eventually. You should probably pre-order it. I don't believe it's on Amiami yet. Let me just check quick. Rebirth for You. So Rebirth for You. No, it is not up for pre-order. I didn't believe so. So it would more than likely be January, February that thing is coming out. Anyways, I am going to conclude here with one last thing. As you know, there is a TCG player link for me. If you click on it, it is an affiliate link. If you go out there, click on it, you will be sent to TCG player. Yeah, there we go. If you go out here and purchase anything, a portion of that money comes back to me, which then gets given away in terms of a TCG player gift card. So that in theory then is leading me to this holiday entry number 4. It's not in theory, it's for real. So holiday entry number 4, by now you should know how this all works. When I wake up Friday morning, I will close this survey. I don't know what time that actually happens. I assume before work. So I will end up closing that survey at this time. This is holiday entry number 4. Again, thank you to the people that have purchased from TCG Player that make these giveaway possible. So again, if you're looking for anything on TCG Player, please just use my link and then we can continue doing these giveaways. So you do have to answer these questions or do whatever it's telling you to do outside of number 5. Right? It says on number 5, it says no answer needed. With number 1, I ask that you do that only because I need to tell you that you won, and if you don't have a comment out there, I'm not going to go search for one, okay? To let you know to do that. So make sure you fill that out. If you don't do it, you just won't get entered. So on this YouTube video, make a comment and tell me which is your favorite holiday. It's that time of year. I know not everybody is fans of, let's say, the December holiday season. I will tell you my favorite is Thanksgiving. I love it because there's no pressure with gifts or anything. It's really just people coming together, having a good time, and being thankful for everything that they have in this world. So Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. Let me know which one is yours. And that is everything. So pre-orders are everywhere. TCGs are everywhere. Money is very hard to come by at this point. So make sure to always take a look at your budget before you buy any of this. Don't get into the hype because there are so many games out there, right? Like we have Licorice Recoil for Rebirth for you, but don't forget it is out there for Build Divide, right? And that actually sold out. So you can see that right there. Pre-order closed, sold out. That sold out super quick. That was like within a day or two that thing was gone. And then you have Sword Art Online. So there are so many crossovers of IPs into different TCGs. So even if you miss it, you might catch it for the next one, okay? So as always, have fun, be happy, don't send anything outside your budget. I'll get off my soapbox now. Have a good day, everybody.